let's go. Hey, are you ready? It's time for the Pwamps Show. Hey, are you ready? It's time for the Pwamps Show. Hey, Pwamps. Hey, Pwamps.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Pwamps.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Pwamps Show Sports Edition. And ladies and gentlemen, this was a jam-packed week for the world of sports. Let's just give you a quick rundown of things that were taking place this weekend, April 18th and April 19th, just to get you a little flavor of all the action we had going on. Let's start with this. WRESTLEMANIA 42, Saturday and Sunday. The NBA playoffs, Saturday and Sunday. The Stanley Cup playoffs, Saturday and Sunday. And guess what? Yeah, Major League Baseball is still in early action, but still going on. It is jam-packed, and that's what we're going to give you a review right now. One of the biggest things in the NFL world, you see big Dex Lawrence behind me. This was news that rocked the National Football League, and here's why. I'm a Bengals fan. I've said this to you so many times on this show. I'm a Who Dey fan. I'm a Cincinnati Bengal fan. Guess what? You got to give me just one quick moment here to get to celebrate for my home team, okay? And here's why. We never make moves like this. The Bengals are known for doing nothing, okay? Nothing. So the fact that we bring in a guy that is going to bolster the defense from the New York Giants and is going to elevate the play of the guys around him, and guess what? This elevates the entire team. It elevates the defense, but it also can put a little more ease on Joe Burrow and the offense if the defense is going to step up and get a couple more stops. So, huge moment to be a Bengals fan as Dex Lawrence, he arrived just last night to Cincinnati. He loved it. He met with the guys, met with the coaching staff, and it was just cool to see a big moment like this where Dexter Lawrence, one of the best defensive linemen currently in the NFL, is now in a Cincinnati Bengal uniform. Now, he had a 2-year contract, but the Bengals gave him a 3rd year, so you're going to see Dex Lawrence in a Bengals uniform for 3 years. Folks, Who Dey. That's all I can say. Let's keep it going. A.J. Brown. We just got this news today. It's going around social media. It's kind of buzzing around the league. And we know that there were some problems. There were some tensions high with A.J. Brown and the Philadelphia Eagles. He wasn't getting thrown to. He had a lot of problems with what was going on between him and Jalen Hurts and just the entire Eagles offense. And then you saw it start to show up in the postseason, which is where you can't have stuff like this happening. Everybody's aspirations are a Super Bowl, and when you get to the playoffs, you got to put all the issues aside. The Eagles apparently could not do that. So that leads us to what we're talking about now. A.J. Brown, apparently after June 1st, it is very likely he is going to become a New England Patriot. Think about that. Stephon Diggs, A.J. Brown on the same team, Drake May, so good, gets to a Super Bowl last year, AFC champions. This would be crazy, and this is going to elevate the New England Patriots right now, but potential A.J. Brown to the Patriots after June 1st. Let's keep it going. Now, here we go. Garrett Anderson, just over the past weekend here. The Angels, they had a home stand against the San Diego Padres. They kind of honored the life of Garrett Anderson. He played for the Angels, played for the Dodgers, was a World Series champion. He passed away at the age of 56. And we have to tell you, we just found out the reasoning, the cause of how he passed away. His wife did release it was a heart attack. So a tragic loss here for Garrett Anderson. Such a great player, World Series champion for the Angels, and then also part of the Dodgers organization as well, but just gone way too soon, dead at the age of 56, and we're sending prayers to all of the Anderson family. And there's Garrett one more time in the Halos uniform. Let's keep it going. Now, we got to talk now about the NBA playoffs, and we get started right away with perhaps the biggest upset so far of the NBA playoffs, okay? The Detroit Pistons, they're the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They have looked solid this season, folks, okay? They have looked excellent. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, These are the guys that are going to take Detroit to the promised land if it's going to happen. And guess what? They showed up. They played well, but it was not enough to get a Game 1 victory in Detroit. I tell you what, you feel for these Pistons fans right now. They have been waiting to be back in the playoffs, first of all. Yes, to be the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, that's something that hasn't happened in a long time. So think about it. They're packing Detroit. Okay, home arena is absolutely rocking. And the 8-seeded Orlando Magic, the Wagner brothers, Jalen Suggs, Paolo Banchero, they come in and get a big start to this series, a huge upset. The Magic lead the Pistons 1-0 in that series. Game 2 is April 22nd at 7 o'clock. Now, Cavs-Raptors, this is a 1-0 Cavs lead. Cavs look great. 4 guys were excellent again. It's their big 4, Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley, and then one of the best guard combinations in the NBA, James Harden and Spider Mitchell. Just too much for the Raptors in Game 1. The New York Knicks, they looked great. Again, Jalen Brunson, Cat playing so well, and the Knicks and MSG, they were going crazy. Madison Square Garden, one of the best arenas in sports. The Knicks lead that series 1-0. Spike Lee was dancing on the sideline. Then we got the Celtics and the Sixers. I said this in the short yesterday, if you followed along with the shorts. The Sixers were chanting, "We want Boston." Well, guess what? At the end of this game, the Boston fans were chanting, "We want Boston," kind of mocking the Sixers fans. This was an ugly 32-point loss for the Philadelphia 76ers. And here's the problem. You had guys doing their jobs. Tyrese Maxey, 26 points. That's a big night for Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, he has nights where he goes off for mid-30s, 40 points. 26, though, in the National Basketball Association, that's a big-time number. 26 from him. Paul George with 17. Kelly Oubre with 21. So guys were putting up the points, but when you let the Celtics score about 123, 125, that is a tough obstacle to overcome. The Celtics lead that series 1-0. Game 2 is April 21st at 4 p.m. back at the TD Garden in Boston. Now, let's go to the Western Conference here. Another big deal. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Boy, oh boy, do they look like the defending champions right now. They took it to the Phoenix Suns, and it was not pretty. SGA, Chet Holmgren, Lou Dort was a sharpshooter from outside the three-point line. The Thunder are bringing a storm to the Phoenix Suns. There's no sunshine right now for the Suns. It's all thunderstorms, and the Thunder are kicking tail. Game 2, April 22nd, 6:30. That's going to be fun. Lakers and the Rockets, again, hey, the Lake Show. There's a chance, by the way, we're seeing some reports online, Luka Doncic might be back for Game 2. That would obviously bolster the Lakers, but that did not stop the Lakers from getting a Game 1 win at Staples Center. Because guess what? They had a guy named Luke Kennard out of Franklin, Ohio, go for 27 points, 5 of 5 from 3, and I guess the Rockets decided not to guard the guy. Alfred Sengun always doing his job down low in the post, but when you don't have Kevin Durant in there, the points kind of fall off a little bit for the Rockets. Lakers got a huge win. LeBron, outstanding as always. You also had DeAndre Ayton playing some great basketball. Lakers are leading that series 1-0. Game 2, April 21st, 7:30. And then you got the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. Game 2 of that is tonight. Nuggets lead that series 1-0. It's just tough. When you've got Nikola Jokic playing like he is and Jamal Murray having a career season, it's tough to beat the Nuggets. They're a team some people could potentially be in the Western Conference Finals once we get that Spurs-Nuggets matchup in the Western Conference semis. Now, how about the Spurs and the Trailblazers? Speaking of the Spurs, they were in their throwback unis last night. The court looked so great. They took it to the Trailblazers. Blazers were trying to hang tough, and then midway through the third quarter, they took off. Victor Wembanyama, 35 points. And that is a huge number, a historic night for Wemby. First rookie with 35 plus in his playoff debut. Unbelievable. This guy, can't say enough about Victor Wembanyama. Changing the game literally right before our eyes. Spurs lead this series 1-0. Next game is tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Let's keep it moving. Now we get to the Stanley Cup playoffs. And folks, the Stanley Cup playoffs kind of fly under the radar here, especially a little more in the early rounds. we've had some action though. Let's take a look at it. So the Avalanche and the LA Kings, 2-1 victory. Colorado looking really good. They're the 1 seed in the Western Conference. They played like it. Only goal allowed was a shorthanded power play goal to the Kings late in regulation. But a 2-1 win, the Avalanche are looking really good. Dallas, the Stars, and the Minnesota Wild. The Wild pull off the upset, go into Dallas. They lead that series 1-0. Stars are now put on alert, need a home win in the coming days. The Golden Knights and Utah Mammoth. Utah making their playoff debut. Really cool to see. Still love the logo, love the mascot. This was a nice game. There were some brawls, which, hey, if you're a hockey fan, you like to see some fights. You like to see these guys going at it. You like to see a little blood, don't you? Okay, maybe not. Maybe you're a little queasy, but the blood, it adds to the theatrics of hockey. Anyway, this was a great game. 3 unanswered goals for the Kings late in the third period. They storm back, take a 1-0 series lead in Vegas. Can I just tell you right now, Vegas was rocking this weekend. You throw in that the Golden Knights had their first playoff game of the year at home, and then you had WrestleMania 42 going on Saturday and Sunday. SmackDown was on Friday. Raw is tonight. It's like, holy crud, Vegas is the place to be right now with what's going on in sports. Edmonton, the Oilers, and the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks are back in the postseason. They're looking to make a run. But I tell you, as a LA Kings fan, as a Ducks fan, the Edmonton Oilers, they are just a big old pain in the rump, ladies and gentlemen. They are a good team. Evander Kane, this guy, they just kill me. They kill me. The Oilers are such a tough team. They're going to be a tough out. The Ducks are going to have to come ready to play. First 2 games of this series are in Edmonton. Now, let's go to the other side of the bracket. Carolina, the Hurricane, taking on Ottawa. They got a nice big 1-0 series lead there. We love to see it. How about the big-time rivalry between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers? Now, obviously, as one of the, just a huge rivalry in hockey. And the Flyers go into Pittsburgh. They get the 1-0 series lead over Sidney Crosby and his Penguins. How about the Sabres and the Bruins going at it? Buffalo and Boston. Well, Boston almost got to celebrate a great start to their week. If you could have had the Bruins get a 1-0 series lead, the Celtics took care of business, but not so fast. The Buffalo Sabres storm back, 4-3 win over the Bruins. Huge there. And then lastly, the Tampa Bay Lightning playing the Montreal Canadiens. This is going to be a big one here. And I tell you what, it's a series lead so far right now for Tampa Bay. The Lightning looking good, and the NHL playoffs are just heating up. Well, let's keep it going. Now, we got to recap WrestleMania 42. We stay in the state, baby, of Nevada, in the city of Las Vegas. Let's talk about it. This was WrestleMania Saturday. We had 6-man tag action kicking things off. I Show Speed, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, taking on the Usos and LA Knight. It was the Usos and LA Knight picking up the victory, but I Show Speed had a cool little moment. He was kind of getting thrown back and forth in this match. Was he going to be with Logan Paul? Was he going to be with Austin Theory? Next thing you know, he gets thrown into Logan Paul. That set off a huge chain of events where he kind of sides with LA Knight and the Usos. Boom, they get the victory. Stephanie McKeer and Liv Morgan, this was the Women's World Championship, and I can tell you right now, I know a lot of fans were not pleased with this match. Not the outcome, had nothing to do with that. It's the amount of time this match received. 6 minutes and 50 seconds. That is the official runtime from bell ringing to 1, 2, 3. That is ridiculous. For the feud and the build-up that this match has had, 6 minutes and 50 seconds is ridiculous. Congrats to Liv Morgan. Big win. She came out to a new song, Trouble. It was cool to see. But Stephanie McKeer, they deserved more time on this match card. And you're telling me we had an hour and 24 minutes of ads? Okay. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Randy Orton with Pat McAfee. This match was one of the worst of the night. It literally made no sense. Cody and Randy really slow. Let's just say that to start. A very slow-paced match, which I'm not liking seeing. I want to see Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania have a straight-up singles match. No interference, no interruptions, no Pat McAfee standing at the sideline. It's just, I'm done with it. I don't need Pat McAfee standing ringside. I don't need anybody ringside. Just let Cody have a straight-up singles match where it ends the pinfall. That's it. He hasn't had one yet. But Cody Rhodes retains the title. Randy Orton still staying heel. Ends it with the punt. Cody did not look good in this match. AJ and Becky. It is Becky Lynch once again. She is now a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. AJ Lee says she's kind of taking some time off again now from WWE. So who's going to step up to Becky Lynch? A lot of people speculating it is the debut of JC Jane tonight. Or maybe, folks, Sol Ruca will step up to Becky Lynch. We'll have to see tonight on Raw. Seth Rollins and Gunther. This was one of the best matches of WrestleMania. Two guys going at it. They gave a great match all up until Braun Breaker returned, speared the crud out of Seth Rollins, and then Gunther with a sleeper hold to submit Seth Rollins. And then lastly, the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Fatal 4-way action. Guess what? Nikki Bella couldn't compete. She said at the Hall of Fame red carpet ceremony, she said, I'm good to go. I'm active for WrestleMania. Guess what? That was a ploy. She walks out on a crutch with a boot on, says, I can't compete, but guess what? I found somebody who can. Next thing you know, Paige returns to the WWE, and she and Brie Bella win the Women's Tag Team Championships. Let's go on to WrestleMania Sunday. Now, this is some stuff to talk about here. Night 2, astronomically better than night 1. Let's just say that for starters. This was like reading a book that you've read twice, and the first time you think, okay, this book was just terrible. What did I just read? Throw this in the trash. And then you turn around, you're like, you know what? I want to give that book another try because did I read that correctly? And you go and get it out of the trash again. You open it up and you read it again. You think, whoa, I just read this book with an entirely different perspective, and I saw what I should have seen from this series. So that's what we get, folks. WrestleMania 42, Sunday. Let's talk about it. Let's start. The Demon and Dominic. First of all, this became a street fight. It was a good one. Dominic Mysterio controlled a lot of this match, but then we started getting the kendo sticks out. We had some tables happening. Finn Balor just reclaiming the Demon. He got a big-time win, and his entrance was sick. Dom came out in kind of like an Aztec chair, had some luchadors leading him out. That was neat to see. Sami Zayn and Trick Williams, about an 8-minute match, but whoop that Trick, ladies and gentlemen. Trick Williams wins the United States title. A lot of people thought Sami was going to retain here and then kind of go full-blown heel. That hasn't happened yet, but we'll keep an eye on it. Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley. A very surprising thing here because I think the plan, as most WWE fans would agree, Rhea Ripley is one of the biggest stars WWE has had in a very long time. But the original plan was to see if Bianca Belair was going to be back in time for this match with Jade Cargill. Bianca Belair is pregnant, so clearly that is not happening. But Jade Cargill gave a great performance in this match. One of the best that since she's been on the WWE roster. Rhea Ripley, though, gets the win, hitting Riptide, and really cool to see. She is back as the women's champion. Then, CM Punk and Roman Reigns. This was our main event, and can I just tell you, folks, wowza. What a match we had here. Just short of 30 minutes. One of CM Punk's best matches in WWE. I'm not talking just in his recent run. I'm talking in his WWE career. He was outstanding. The storytelling was excellent. Roman was Roman. He was marching around the ring. He was the OTC. But at the end, it was something kind of cool because as Roman was looking down at the World Heavyweight Championship, he kind of looked back to Punk a couple times. I think you could tell Roman even respected how great of a match that was. It was really cool to see Roman Reigns is back as the World Heavyweight Champion, and he tells people to get used to seeing him because he's not going to be a part-timer. He is going to be back here for a long time until the summer. Also, the Intercontinental Championship ladder match, spectacular. So many great spots. Penta's entrance in Mortal Kombat was insanely cool. Rey Mysterio, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Still defying odds, defying age. It was unbelievable to see. Great Intercontinental Championship ladder match. But then here's where we have to end the WrestleMania coverage. Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar, potentially the best build-up in WrestleMania. And here's what happened. The two go at it. Couple of lockups here. We got Suplex City. Brock taking Oba to Suplex City a little bit. They both have their moments of being macho, looking like they're the guy running this match. And then guess what? Oba Femi wins it. Let's go to our next slide. Because then we get this moment, which is just, I think, shocked a lot of people. I think it shocked the world. Brock Lesnar retires from the WWE. This is the traditional thing here. When you retire, you leave the gloves in the ring, you leave the boots in the ring. That kind of signals that this is it. Now, one thing that's interesting, Paul Heyman still owes Gunther a favor. Paul Heyman is Brock Lesnar's right-hand guy, so we'll see where that storyline comes back to. Gunther's obviously retired a lot of people here in the past. Will that tie in to Brock not being retired? I don't think so. But Brock Lesnar, what a career. You talk about the Octagon, you talk about in the WWE, he is now retired. He had this great moment where he was sobbing in the ring, and he hugged Paul Heyman. They were both sobbing. And then you saw Brock high-fiving people, saying thanks so much, everybody. It was a side of Brock Lesnar we don't get to see. We're talking about the Beast, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see the Beast high-fiving people saying thanks, everybody. Are you kidding me? This was the human side of Brock Lesnar, and it was one we have not seen from him. Very neat to see, and what a career it was for Brock Lesnar, if indeed this is it. Let's keep it going. Now, got to talk about the MLB real quickly. You got the Yankees 13-9. The Rays are 12-9 as well in the AL East. So two teams kind of looking really good. Shane McClanahan took the loss yesterday for the Rays, and the Yankees are starting to hit again. Giancarlo Stanton, his power is back. Aaron Judge still trying to get the numbers back on the uppity up, but now Cody Bellinger, his bat is starting to regain form. Yankees are looking good. Orioles are at 10-12. The Red Sox and the Blue Jays, though, still cannot get it going. Both sitting at 8-13. In their last 10, the Red Sox are 5-5. Blue Jays are 4-6. They've got to get the script just flipped right now, because this AL East is one of the best divisions in baseball. How about the AL Central? The Guardians and the Tigers, again, two teams, 13-10, 12-10. Then you got that 11-11 Twins. And again, we're seeing that similar pattern that has been so weird to see. It's the consistency. 13-9, 12-9, 10-12. Okay, so now we go to the Central. 13-10, 12-10, 11-11. It's like, this is so weird how similarly these are looking right now when you look at the baseball standings. White Sox are 8-14 and the Royals are 7-15. And guess what? Chicago White Sox fans, you're still not in last in the AL Central. Clap it up. Let's go, baby. Now we keep going. Let's get to the AL West here in our next slide. Here we go. The Rangers. Look at the AL West. I'm telling you, folks, this is so weird to see. The A's, by the way, that's already a weird thing to see at the top of the AL West, but they are. They're 11-11. The Texas Rangers, they are 11-11. How about the Angels? Folks, they're 11-12. Are you kidding? Wait a minute. Let's throw in the Seattle Mariners, who 10-13. It's a little more off, but still, what are these numbers? This is so weird to see. There's no team that's just dominating their division. It is razor thin margins. And then how about, talk about weird again. It's the Houston Astros at 8-15. They are 2-8 in their last 10. What is happening in Houston right now? Lance McCullers, he's struggling. Josie Altuve is struggling. Carlos Correa, the bat has vanished. I don't know what is going on in Houston. They got to get something worked out. But the standings are so weird in these divisions right now. It's anybody's race in a lot of these divisions early in the season. Let's go to the National League, though, here in the next slide. Finally, we have a division where a team is kind of solidified early on. They're the front runner in that division. It's the NL East. The Atlanta Braves, they're looking good. Ozzie Albies, Austin Riley, Matt Olson. These guys are putting the Braves in first place in the NL East, and they are looking mighty, mighty good. Chris Sale also has pitched a couple of good games here as well for the Braves. 15-7, 8-2 in their last 10 games. The Marlins are 10-12. Now we're back to the pattern. We're back to following the script. The Marlins are 10-12. The Nationals are 10-12. Are you kidding me with how many repeat numbers we're seeing? The Phillies are 8-13, and then a storyline that is taking over baseball. The New York Mets 0 for 10 in their last 10 games. Ladies and gentlemen, New York state of mind, the Mets need to change their state of mind because it ain't working. Let's keep it going. NL Central now, 14-8. The Reds, hold up, go back to slide here. There we go. The Reds are 14-8, but again, they're in the lead, but look at the pattern. 14-8, 13-8, 13-9, 12-9, 12-9. That's 5 teams in the NL Central, and they are all within a game and a half of the division lead. The Reds are 14-8. Sal Stort, remember the name. Very high potential to be Rookie of the Year this baseball season. The guy is a stud. The Cardinals, they're 13-8. They're starting to look good, folks. The Pirates, 13-9. Paul Skeens has been excellent. Brian Reynolds hitting the bat. And again, I implore you to watch the Pirates. They are an explosive team. They are a sneaky team. O'Neal Cruz, he's been on fire. The Cubs, 12-9, still looking good. And then the Brewers, it's so weird. We usually see them at the top of this division, but they're only a game and a half back, but they're 4-6 in their last 10. So we'll have to see what happens there. Let's go to the NL West now. Here we go. Dodgers are 15-6. The Padres are 15-7. Now, here's what's crazy. The Dodgers had a pretty nice lead in the NL West, but the Padres have turned it on. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They took 2 out of 3 from the Angels when the Angels were doing that celebration for Garrett Anderson. The Dodgers just lost a series for the first time this year, by the way. And what's so weird is it came at the hands of the Colorado Rockies at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. Now, this is something Dodger fans are not used to. And I know you probably say, oh, come on, it's just a series. It is just a series. But if you're a Dodger fan, losing 2 out of 3 to the Rockies, that's just something that doesn't happen very often. I'm not saying it's a big deal, but it's just kind of an interesting thing. And it's a big deal for the Colorado Rockies. So props to the Rockies fans. You took 2 out of 3 from the back-to-back defending World Series champs. That's a big deal. The Diamondbacks are 13-9, and then the San Francisco Giants are 9-13. Folks, that's our baseball coverage. Let's keep it going. Now, we end with this. Starting Thursday in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, it is the NFL Draft. And it's so cool. I was at Cosm last night, and one thing that was so neat to see, if you've been down to that area in Inglewood, right by SoFi Stadium, there's a lot going on. You got Intuit Dome, you got the Forum, you got SoFi Stadium, you got Cosm there. But it was neat to see where the Rams kind of have their draft party set up outside of SoFi Stadium. They had all the banners. It was all really cool to see. And it's just neat to see things getting in the swing of things for the NFL Draft. So, the Raiders have the first pick. Now, the Bengals, they had the 10th pick in the draft. They traded it, got Dexter Lawrence. But I want to talk about it. There is some great talent in this draft. Carnell Tate is in there. He's a stud. Jeremiah Love, is he going to go to the New York Jets? We don't know. We think they could need him. They need somebody at that running back position. There's a lot of guys that could make a big-time name in the NFL. Let's talk about the one who is pretty dang certain of where he's going. The Las Vegas Raiders hold the, man, how many times have I talked about Las Vegas in this show? This is like the Vegas special. I don't know. But the Vegas Raiders hold the #1 pick in the NFL Draft. They got Ashton Genty from Boise State last year. He had a breakout season at running back. And now they're going to most likely go out and get the Heisman winner, the national championship winner in Fernando Mendoza. He's going to be their new quarterback. All I know is, hey, will the results be there immediately? I don't know. Nobody knows until we see him get out on the field. But this is a fun time to be a Raiders fan. You're going to have a young team with a young star running back and a young star quarterback. When Fernando Mendoza steps on the field for the first time at the Death Star, the expectations will be very high. He performed so well in college. I cannot wait to see him take the field at the Death Star in Las Vegas. And I'm sure those Raiders fans cannot wait to see it either. That's what we got. Carnell Tate, Sonny Styles. Where are these guys going to go? Who are we going to see them go? Hey, the other thing is, this is the NFL Draft. Surprises happen. Remember, Brock Purdy was once Mr. Irrelevant. He was the final pick in the NFL Draft. And look what he's done in his NFL career. It can come from anywhere. Ty Simpson, Who are you going to be the quarterback of? The NFL Draft starts Thursday in Pittsburgh. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Pwamps Sports Show this week. That is the things that you need to know. There's still a ton of sports, though, going on this week, okay? Like I said, everything I've covered is still happening this week. Remember, WWE's got Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis. That's Monday, Friday. The MLB, I mean, they play every day. The NBA playoffs are going every day. The Stanley Cup playoffs are going every day. Never a downtime in sports. Enjoy it. See you very soon. Have a good one.